I went through some old photos. I posted some photos from Disney. I'm just horrified.
I know. I mean, well, A, you're goddamn adorable. I mean, you look like you've just met Jared Fogle. You're so miserable.
I found some notes from when I went and got analyzed in like 1989. I was 7.
What?
And it's dark, man.
Let's get in there. I mean, we should call Freud and go to Vienna, whatever Seinfeld says. We got to go deep.
There's not going to be a dry asshole in the house when I get through with you here.
I'm sitting on a towel.
All right. So my mother, I went to see this guy, Al. Ironically, we go to Alan. This guy's name was Al.
Big
I
Al.
was 7 years old, and I was all fucked up. I never spoke. I was completely silent and angry and just a lunatic as a 7-year-old.
Interesting.
And so I went and got analyzed by, some pedophile. And here are the notes. Like, he talked to my mother, and then she wrote this back to him, or like jotted down notes.
Hold on, I'm nervous here. Wait, give me a minute. This is huge. All right, go. I'm ready.
It's crazy. Okay, so the first thing that pops out here, often asks about cancer, AIDS, and graves.
Whoa.
So I'm 7, and I'm asking my parents. I'm like, do I have AIDS? Do you have AIDS? Why am I gay? Is Magic Johnson okay? Joseph appears to have a good number of phobias. I mean, and this is the last of my formative years. You got 7 years to form, and here I am, and everything in here is me now.
This is pretty impressive, by the way, that you were very aware of the world around. When I was 7, it was chocolate, cartoons and candy.
Well, I was afraid of these things, but listen to this. He is very immature and needs to be given some responsibility and have some limits set on. He needs quality time with his father, and a lot of boy things should be done together.
Whoa, well, that one she got right. Or he got right.
I think, quality time with my father, that's still what I'm longing for, of course.
Yes. Interesting. This is Al's good.
And boy things to do together. So I think they wanted us to go fuck some bitches together. His anger comes out in his drawings. Joe is a very angry boy. So I had all this anger pumped up even as a child.
Wow.
Then he talks about a guy named Justin, and he hasn't been mentioned for a while. We really don't think he exists. I have no idea who Justin is. I had some guy named Justin.
I wonder if he blocked it out.
She said all his stories are very sad. They all have to do with death, drugs, and divorce. So I was like 7 walking around talking about death, drugs, divorce, AIDS, cancer.
Wow. You're like an alt comic.
It says he won't talk to us even if we specify something that could be wrong. Example, allergy shots. No one likes shots, but he won't even say the word. Oh, he denies doing something even if we watched him do it. I'll be like, I didn't do that. Fuck you. That wasn't me. And then he always leaves the closet door open. He checks behind the shower curtain every time he goes into the bathroom. He won't eat anything. He'll cry if we try to make him eat something.
Still there.
Still have it. And we have spoken with his teacher. She said he seems to be fine at school. He volunteers. He's bright and has no problems learning. He does tend to be talkative, though, although he insists he never talks in class.
Wow. So you were a bit of a liar.
It blows my mind. So I guess I would I think I didn't want to deal with the responsibilities. I was like, nah, I wasn't talking. Fuck you. And the teacher's like, he's very talkative. I'm like, nah, I never talked. You don't know what you're talking about. I was a big denier. And I think I didn't know how to broach a topic, so I made up this kid, Justin. Like, I didn't want to be like, hey, what's divorce all about? So instead, I would be like, hey, this guy, Justin, his parents got divorced. That's crazy.
Yes. Interesting. Well, I don't know if you read the Woody Allen biography, but
I did.
He talks about the same thing. He said he was the happy-go-lucky kid. Then he hit, 12, and he just turned on a dime because he learned about death. And he's like, this is it? We're just going to die? What's the point? And he just couldn't even get up in the morning. He was so miserable.
Yeah, I think I got that early. I mean, the line he used that I love, he's like, once I found out that the game was rigged, I was like, deal me out. That's how I felt. I was like, I don't even want to play. Obviously, to no fault of my parents, because they were 20 or whatever, and maybe they were both gay or whatever it is. But obviously, within a year or 2 or 3 years, I felt different. I was miserable and terrified of all these diseases, which I've only gotten over like the last year.
Yeah, you've come along gay. You're doing real good compared to how you used to be. You're doing great.
I want to, kiss Alan on the lips and therapy and sobriety and meditation and all these gay things, but say this. We played catch all the time. We went to 2 Sox games a year, but I think, and I love the guy, and it's not his fault. This is how he was raised, but there's more to it than that. You can't just play the catch. You got to be like, that was a great throw, sonny boy. And,
yes.
And more than that, even, I think it's more like, what's going on? How come you're sad? What, are you scared of AIDS? Don't worry about AIDS. AIDS is for the gays. You're never going to get it. You're cool. Or whatever it is, cancer, you don't smoke that much. So it's more than that. It's, I guess, the feeling of loves and hugs or whatever it is. But, yeah, we were playing catch. He was there. And then, like I said, between those notes and those Disney photos, it made me feel all kinds of feelings. I'm still dealing with it. Don't want to bring it up too much on a comedy podcast.
He wants the kid to work in the diner. He doesn't want to do it. He wants to be a star. He wants to be in comedy. And he has to break away, and I'm tearing up. But it made me realize like how disconnected I am with my family. So I got on my phone. I emailed my friend Jason, who films a bunch of shit. You know Jason Katz. He shot your special.
Oh, yeah.
I email him, and I go, do me a favor. My parents are old. They're going to die at some point. I'm never going to meet them. Can you call them tomorrow and set up an interview them about me, and then just put it away till they die, and I'll watch it?
Interesting.
So he did it. He said, yeah, sure, I get it. And he emailed them the next day. They said yes, and that's going to happen.
Wow, that's going to be something. I can't wait for your parents to die.
I know. I'm going to watch it with one eye open like, oh, God, they're going to be mean and insulting even beyond the grave.
Wow, I can't wait. I mean, that is really interesting, although I have to say this feels like a good step, but you might want to have that dialogue while you're alive and they're alive. What we should do is, what if we did this? We each talk to the other's parents, then we cut the bike in half. I mean, because I'm in the same boat here, and I do it every time. I see my parents all the time. I go up there every fucking 6 hours, and every time I'm in the car with 2 hands on the wheel going, this is it. I'm going to really, kiss them on the lips and ask them why they hate me. But
same.
I get there, and I just end up asking them about Monday Night Football, and then it's over, and I come back, and I'm shaking, and I cry to my wife, and then, I have to put on her panties to escape.
Yes, it's the same shit because they make it so hard there, fatty. How do they do it? You see them and you just cave. Everything crumbles on the inside. You got zero confidence. You turn into that 5-year-old bedwetting queef all over again, and I just can't pull it out of me.